Hello, and thank you for watching today's lesson. In this video, I'm going to walk you through provisioning a Nerdio for Azure Enterprise WVD account. First, we'll discuss the prerequisites, and then we'll go through the provisioning process together. So there are three important prerequisites to consider prior to provisioning, and I will provide links to articles that go into specific details about these prerequisites in the comments section of the video. They can also be found at help.nerdio.net. First, you'll need a user account with global admin privileges to O365 and Azure. Additionally, that account should be an owner in the Azure subscription you're provisioning into. Second, you'll want to confirm that your core quota for that subscription meets the minimum needs for the environment that you're provisioning. And we'll be able to see that on the provisioning screen in just a moment. Finally, you're going to need an available and unassigned O365 license during the provisioning process. Generally, this is an E3, E5, or M365 Business Premium license. But again, we will outline other licenses that can be used in the articles posted in the comments section of the video. Now that we've got our requirements taken care of, we'll go into the Nerdio admin portal from the account screen, and we'll add NFA account. So we're going to use NFA Enterprise and Windows Virtual Desktop. Now we're at the provisioning screen. The first thing we're going to do is use that global admin account to connect back to Azure and O365. So we'll select that admin. You may be prompted to consent to the WVD services. So we'll go ahead and say accept to that. And now we're going to see that the Nerdio admin portal is communicating with Azure and O365 here on the screen. And great time to point out here, I've got an error message because I don't have that unassigned and available license in O365. So great way to know if you're not meeting requirements before you try to provision. For today's example, we're going to go ahead and skip that. It's okay. So the first thing I want to do is determine the subscription that I'm provisioning into. I can select it here. If there's multiple, they'll show up in the list. Next is the resource group or container in that subscription I'm going to provision into. Our default is Nerdio RG. Let's call ours Cloud today. Next, I'll choose the region I want to provision into, and we can see we've got a drop down. And then finally, am I using Azure Hybrid Benefit? If you're unfamiliar with Hybrid Benefit, it's a way to purchase server licensing outside of Azure. You should consult with your CSP or Microsoft Services rep to find out more information about that. For today's example, we'll set it to yes, and I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. Now, we mentioned that core quota previously. Here we can see what the subscription has access to, and right down here I can see what's needed, and I do meet those requirements, so that's great. Finally, we're going to name the company or account I'm provisioning. We'll just call it Cloud Team, and this is what it will show up as in the Nerdio admin portal. And then finally, Nerdio does provision a domain controller, and we can define what that underlying internal domain is here. Our default is nerdio.int. Maybe I'm going to choose to call this one cloud.int. And that is it. I can hit save, provisioning will start, and my entire environment will be built within just a few hours. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. Please don't hesitate to find further details at help.nerdio.net. Have a great day.